Black people. If we can use that data, then we know to say, okay, this is where we need to make sure we apply the resources, and quite honestly, apply the vaccine first. The testing, the therapeutic when it becomes available, and the vaccine. Those are going to be the hot spots and where you're going to want to go to help affect the most change for this country. And I have to say, it is why you've seen Bill and I be a bit critical of the current U.S. government, just because if we were doing testing today, our only tools today are social distancing, masks, and testing. And so if we had been doing testing in the right national way, we could be more in the shape that Germany's in, where you test and you do contact tracing.
And those kits then went out to public health laboratories around the country, and false positive results immediately showed up.
That is going to be really, really important and continue to be important through the fall when we see this next big wave of this epidemic coming through.
Great. Another essential pillar of our strategy to keep America open is the development of effective treatments and vaccines as quickly as possible. I want to see if we can do that very quickly. We're looking to, when I say quickly, we're looking to get it by the end of the year if we can. Today, I want to update you on the next stage of this momentous medical initiative. It's called Operation Warp Speed. That means big and it means fast. A massive scientific, industrial, and logistical endeavor unlike anything our country has seen since the Manhattan Project. You really could say that nobody's seen anything like we're doing, whether it's ventilators or testing. Nobody's seen anything like we're doing now within our country since the Second World War. Incredible. Its objective is to finish developing and then to manufacture and distribute a proven coronavirus vaccine as fast as possible. Again, we'd love to see if we could do it prior to the end of the year. We think we're going to have... Right now, what we're doing is we're setting logistically with our military. Our military is in gear so that we can give 150, 200 million shots quickly. The military is in gear. You know, we can move a couple of 100,000 soldiers immediately in time of emergency, so this is not nearly as big a deal as... To unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency. Two very big words. The action I am taking will open up access to up to $50 billion.
We'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
You're so screwed, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know?
We'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
You're so screwed, ladies
Here in the
and
United States, really, it's going to be Black people who really should get it first, and many Indigenous people, as well as people with underlying symptoms, and then elderly people. They're the ones who all deserve to get that vaccine first.
Animal testing is a must for any vaccine before it's put to public use. Researchers at Chongji University in Shanghai are using these healthy mice to test some of the latest vaccine samples against the novel coronavirus.
The mouse testing is just a preliminary screening for candidate vaccines. After searching through effective antibodies against the virus, the candidate vaccine will continue onto a toxicology test, which will need larger animals, such as monkeys.
You know, here in the United States, really, it's going to be Black people who really should get it first, and many Indigenous people, as well as people with underlying symptoms, and then elderly people. They're the ones who all deserve to get that vaccine first.
Welcome to the 2020 census.
Hold on, Bryce. Why you grabbing me? Hold on, Bryce. Let my mouth go. Bryce, hold on now. Hold on. It's finna end like this? In front of my homies like this, Bryce? Go on, do it then, Bryce. I've been waiting on this. Go. Bryce, stop, please. Y'all can see my intestines and everything. He cut me open, ain't he? He cut me open, ain't he? Bryce, come on, man. I don't even feel it, but I know he doing it. I know he doing it. Y'all can see all my stomach, can't it? What I done ate. Y'all can see all that. What's up, man? He just giving you a quick fade, bro. Bryce wouldn't do you like that. Bryce, you fading me up? I ain't know it was cut, dang. Bryce, why you ain't tell me?
Most people are wondering, what is this great deception? I get it in my emails, I get it in text messages, I get it in phone calls, I get it in groupings. Thought. So what is the great deception? The great deception is not something that is coming. You have to understand that. You have to understand that just as now is the time of the revealing, the apocalypse, when things will be made known to you, many of you will have the chance to refuse the truth that you're being given, and others will accept it and excel. You will learn. You have to understand that the daily sacrifice in your scriptures that they put an end to after 2,300 years is you. Wasn't it Christ they got crucified? Who is Christ? Yes, us. All of us. We're being sacrificed. Consciously, physically, spiritually. You were being sacrificed to the satanic teachings that were bordered and made boundaries all over the entire world through religion, philosophies, and all types of other rhetoric. Because y'all all know now it's all rhetoric. So now that you understand that your churches and everything else were literally sacrificing you and themselves, because your pope and your preachers, as I've explained many times, they believe their own lie. They were taught lies and made to believe those lies, just like they're causing you to believe in their lies. And before long, you'll be telling their lies to someone else, believing in your own lie. So it's very much like that statistic where one guy whispers in somebody's ear and 5 people down the line, what that person whispered in his ear is just completely different. It could be either super exaggerated or completely wrong. This is basically what happened with the teachings of Thoth, the teachings of Melchizedek, the teachings of God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth. Pay attention to what you're reading in your scriptures. The New Testament is the new way to test the mind. We've gone through this. The Old Testament is what the Bible is. When people say, have you read the Bible? Do you read the Bible? You have to understand and be wise enough to allow them, because obviously they won't know, but you will, that the New Testament is an addition, an amendment. It's an amendment. Am I wrong? Check it. It's a new addition to the teachings of God, inspired by God, but written by man. So I say that to say what? That in your Old Testament, this is where all things that are happening right now were foretold. The New Testament does not fulfill prophecy. All prophecies were fulfilled in the Old Testament. Understanding that, you have to understand that in the Old Testament, the one that was giving away the priesthood to the people was someone with no mother and no father. And he went by the name of Melchizedek. And the order of Melchizedek was the priesthood in which he brought Christ in. And Christ was not one person, because I told you, yes, us means a group of us. Not in this day and age, but in the days of before. There was a group of people who were like modern day bishops or priests or whatever. But they were not what you would see today in your churches and in your synagogues and in your kingdom halls. No, they were far from that. They were people who were in the street, meaning they didn't live in fancy housing. They were literally the people of the people, the publicans. That's who they were. And it was them who they set out and murdered one by one in order to fulfill this 2,300-year-old lie, this tragedy that they've done, to literally cancel out your mind state and continuously sacrifice you, your mom, your dad, your ancestors, your children, your children's children, your grandmother's great-great-great-great-great-grandmother, and so on and so forth. Well, I'm here to stop that. I'm here to show you what truth is. I'm here to stop that. Through the things that I've already spoken to you, you are far and well beyond common knowledge. Some of you apply that knowledge, some of you don't, because you don't know what you're holding. But those of you who are applying that knowledge, I know where you're headed at in life. I know where you're headed at in faith. I know where you're headed at in belief. See, the government and the Roman Empire, Serapis Christus and them, when they decided to take the truth and cast it to the ground 2,300 years ago, read Daniel, this is when they began to say, you know what? Let's take these people and literally erase their entire identity. And at the same time that we're erasing this particular group of people's entire identity, will cause all those that are around them to literally guard them for us, while at the same time feeding them the same things and the same lies that we're feeding the ones who we're erasing their identity. Well, that time is done. The truth has been picked up from the ground. The sons of God have resurrected. Those dried bones are now full of meat. And they're no longer rattling. They no longer shaken. Now they're mighty and they're strong and they're conscious. Not conscious like the past 20 years conscious, where people are just saying the word conscious, but everything that they're saying is what you already know. No. This consciousness can only be given to you by God, by He who is the source, He who is God Almighty, Father of the heavens and the earth. That is the type of knowledge of consciousness that each and every one of you will see others have if you don't apply that which I'm teaching to be one of those who actually attain that knowledge. So ask yourself this, each and every one of you, close your eyes. Everybody, close your eyes. Close your eyes. You don't have to look at the screen right now. Close your eyes. Ask yourself, with your eyes closed, ask yourself, do I want to be a leader? Do I want to be a real son of God or a daughter of God? Or do I want to be a follower of a real son of God? Of a real daughter of God? The Father raises up mighty men and women. Mighty men and women. Where does that leave you? Because if you're not ready to stand up for what you know and teach what you know, knowing that what you're hearing others speak and teach around you right before your eyes is a lie, and you're not stopping them, or you're not making them pause and making them think, then you're just as wicked as he is. Even more so, because you know better. And those of you who are like that, because there is a bunch of you that's like that, you won't be able to fool me. And you won't be able to fool anybody who's with me. I guarantee you that. Now, moving on to something else. When I began this channel, I explained to each and every single one of you that there are 4 safe zones. Safe zones because of natural disasters, civil unrest, and wars. Basically, destruction, as well as pestilences. I explained to every single one of you, some of you even in person, that there will come a time where each and every single one of you, if you make it, will have to come to me or to someone who knows the things that I know because I taught him or her. I don't know if you see the things unfolding, my people. I wasn't playing when I said that. And neither am I playing right now. You have all been given a chance over and over and over and over. And you know, this is 2,300 years now. That means that your ancestors 10 times before you got breaks as well, over and over and over and over again. And it ends with you. Pay attention. If you have to close your eyes and do that all over again, it ends with you. So you can choose to remain dead, or you could be one of the resurrected, one of the mighty, men of renown, son of old. Now I know most of y'all have noticed that this is an old upload, partially new upload. But this is for real. This is for all of you who are in the kingdom of love by Aleister Crowley, who don't understand how all these things are written about, how Satan literally has done this before, many times before, and it's you that he comes and target. Me and others like me was sent to you to keep you safe from the decisions and the lies that you're going to make and commit due to the fantasy and your emotional attachment that you have on the things of this world, which Satan, remember that first, which Satan introduced to you, because that's who literally manifested all the things in this world regarding matter, mass. It was Satan. So the Bible speaks of somebody called Amalek, which of course you guys don't really know, but Amalek is basically molecules, and the molecules, when bunched together and vibrated at a high speed, they create something that we call mass, just like your body mass. And you must learn how to be the mass steer, meaning the master of your own universe, like the cartoon He-Man. Remember He-Man? Well, He-Man was his super powerful name when he became the superhero, when he was in his God. But when he was in his human form, when he relied on the flesh, his name was Adam. That's who you are. You're an atom, and you are made up of atoms. These are the things that Satan is trying to keep you from. The Bible is biology. That's what it is. It's not nothing more, nothing less. The Quran, biology. Astrology is also biology. All of the tablets is biology. None of your teachers, as I've proven over and over again, can teach you this. None of your teachers, as I've proven, even know this. Yeah, they can say, oh yeah, this looks like this or that, but they don't know it. They don't know how to look at scripture and tell you, oh, this is actually talking about your liver, and how when you literally ingest sugars and how the liver literally begins to react behind it, and how the sodium literally causes the brain, blah, 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 blah. These are the things that your teachers do not know. It's people like me that's trying to keep people like you safe. You're running out of time. Look around. Alaska alone today had a 7.8. How much more longer do you think you're gonna have before it occurs here and everything becomes an all-out war on you? Because you don't know the truth. See, the people I teach, they know the truth. And if they don't know the truth, they know that they can come and ask me, whether in the group, within the cloud, or personally within the cloud. They know that they can come to me and say, yo, I'm having a problem with this. Am I a clone? What is this that I'm talking about? What's the difference between black people and Spanish people and white people? What is going on? What is this all about? It obviously has to do with biology. Can you tell me, Thought? Those are the true, honest people who are being honest with themselves and with their God. What did Christ say? Love thy God. Love thy God. You're over here giving all of the things that you could actually give to people that need help so that God can bless you doubly. You're over here giving it to those who are sitting with fat pockets and not giving anything back to anyone. Literally feeding you lies and fantasy. Literally telling you the things of the movies. That's what they're doing. Comparing everything to the movies. Okay, but how? How? What does the movie compare to? This is what's wrong with all of you. This is what's causing the disruption. This is what's literally causing the discord between your mind and your heart. This is that disconnection that destruction, that disruption, that's literally severing you from realizing and actually taking a moment to literally initialize and analyze a truthful thought. I don't gain nothing from any of you. I'm not asking any of you for anything. I'm just trying to help you and save you. But you must want to be saved first. Christ said, stop loving the things of the world. What's the first thing you do? Y'all love each other. Y'all love your hair. Y'all love your earrings, your nails, your sneakers, your haircuts. Y'all love each other's flesh. Y'all love each other's pets.
Kill the beat.
Stop being foolish. Those are worldly things. Let it go. Those are illusions. What's the real aspect of any of those things is the soul within it. The spirit which drives it is usually only being manipulated by the negative entity in this world, in this realm, which you as a person have allowed into your life by becoming portals, by meditation, by prayer, objectifying your prayers, basically projecting your prayers, and by literally lying, talking to talk, babbling like those from Babel in the days of old, literally fornicating with all types of deities and devils, imps, not realizing that the temple of God is within, yet repeating that same verse with those same words in it, but never actually taking a second to realize that you're saying that your body, which is your vessel, is the temple in which God must dwell. But instead of having God dwell within it, you've literally obscured the darkness with something called love, which is triple darkness. How foolish can you be? Allowing emotions to supersede your intelligence. Wake up. Wake up. This morning could have been your last day. That earthquake could have hit here, and you could have been on the run right now. You could have been worrying about something completely different, like what are we gonna do? We only have enough food that would last for about 2 weeks. Or we got all this food, but the looters are all around us. We were foolish. We didn't move. We didn't go to any of the safe zones. I've said this since the very beginning. The Bible tells you this. The people will run to the fire. The people will run to the fire because the enemy scares them and tells them that the safe zones, which I told y'all from the beginning, look, the safe zones were the first places that they locked down and told y'all, yo, do not go down there. Do not go over there. These places are contaminated. Contaminated with what? With the crown of God? You right. You definitely right. We all have the crown of God. We are in the promised land. We are in the land of milk and honey. And those who are in the land of milk and honey who do not have any righteousness will be exiled out of here, whether through death or through their own destruction. But one way or another, they will be exiled, excommunicated. Unify yourselves. Become one with yourselves. Look at the things that I am saying. They completely took my channel. Why haven't they taken anybody else's channel like that? If we're all talking the same thing. Wake up, my people. Wake up. This could have been your last day in the world that you have now become so accustomed to, after it being so drastically changed from one moment to another. The WHO, World Health Organization, are the ones literally controlling your body at this moment. And they're preparing your body. They're conditioning your environment within, so that the host, he who sits within the temple of God, which makes desolate, can literally live as the king within you. But you are too foolish to listen to a person of another race, a person who does not have a worldly education, a person who does not speak eloquently but yet stutters. Because of those things you are judging, but yet you're not supposed to judge. That's what many of you have told me. Well, I was placed here to judge, and I've told all of you, I'm here to judge angels, and you are those angels. And many of you are following those angels in which I will bound. But you're foolish. You're foolish. Your iniquity, your own iniquity, has blinded you to the point where you feel that you have committed a sin to the point where, freak it, I did it, I can't do nothing, I'm gonna just keep going. Don't live like that. The Father's not trying to kill you. Mother Earth is not trying to kill you. They're trying to heal you. Satan is the one that's trying to kill you. Satan is the one that's trying to continue to inflict and afflict you into slavery. For those of you listening, hear me. Soul to soul. Mind to tech mind. A alike, be alike, we see alike. What is about to occur will literally cause the weak to literally kill, eat, destroy the weak. If you do not want to partake and be a part of what you are already seeing written on the walls, all of you can already see it. Don't be foolish. If you can already see it, I am asking you to take into consideration the true teachings of Christ, to literally know what is going to occur and how it will affect you, your loved ones, and your family. You have this opportunity right now. You have this opportunity right here, right now, to step outside that zone before it gets discomfortable and literally begin new. But you must want it. You can't come here thinking that you're gonna be able to do the things that you were doing there. You can't come here thinking that you're gonna be on drugs, you're gonna be partying, you're gonna be cheating on your wife, your kids. You can't be thinking like that. You have to literally have it within you to say, I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to make things right between me and my Father, me and my Savior, me and Gaia, me and whoever it is that you attribute as God. Aside from the devil, of course. But if you are ascribing to the devil, you won't even be listening to this message. So those of you who are listening to this message, that already tells you. That's already telling you something. It means that you are literally listening to me say these things for a reason. There is no such things as coincidences. I tell people every time things before they occur. You can ask around. You can ask around. I don't have the channel no more, but literally 2 years ago, or maybe a little over that, first video, I gave everybody literally verbatim the current events and all the events that happened already plus the ones to come. I've already said it. I laid it out right then.
The Melchizedek
Right then.
of thought.
And right now, there's a small window. And this is that small window that you have. Think about your family. Think about yourself. Think about all of the things that the next world will bring. That next world is heaven. It's evolution.
Melchizedek is literally
where love is not love like you know love now. Love is a evolutionary reality that deals with that moment and the next moment and forever after that, where I don't just love you now, I love you later too, and I love you later after that later. That's what real love is. Real love is where I'm already thinking about you and already
peace and blessings, everyone. This is Frequencies of Thought. Great to have you here today.
With you,
want to thank all my supporters, all the brothers and sisters, the sons and daughters of God, acknowledging
anything you said,
the peaceful brothers who have been joining the channel. I really appreciate it.
To be done.
I hope you actually get something out of these lectures that I've been placing down here.
That you will, of course, or not. As you already see, militias are already beginning to form up and form together, and I've stated this in past lectures, and those militias will literally protect the children of God. They are literally being raised up. These are your 144,000. That's who they are. They're going to literally get the Spirit of God in them, because I have said it, and they will literally be unstoppable. And no matter what country and nation steps on this soil of this land, they will not be able to get past the chosen people of God. Keep that in mind. Salah. Frequencies.
Isaiah 25:12. And the fortress of the high fort of thy walls shall he bring down, lay low, and bring to the ground, even to the dust.
Before that's said and done, this is Frequencies of Thought, and I'm out. Salah. Frequencies. And if you think you have time, it's a small window. We're literally talking about everything this year, not any time after that. Don't listen to these liars that don't know. Salah.